Welcome to Spherical FX Trade, where market analysis are made easy for both beginners and intermediate traders, even the pro. In my channel, I always does this weekend analysis to enable all traders, both the beginners and intermediate traders, to have insight of what is about to happen next week and also know where the market is and where the market is going next week. This is our previous analysis last week. If you have not been following me, try to follow me now. Subscribe to my channel, like, share to your friends because what the information I'm passing here might also be beneficial to them also. This is our last week analysis. I told you that dollar we eventually retraced into these zones, and you can see that dollar is actually making some moves that shows that it is coming here. But we are not going to hope on everything that is happening here. We are going to do top-down analysis and also confirm if this is actually what is going to happen or if the sentiment has changed. So not wasting time, let's clear everything we have here so that we do a quick top-down analysis only on this DXY, whereas we will correlate what is happening in this DXY with other pairs like GBPUSD, EURUSD, USDJPY, USDCHF, gold, BTC, and many others. So this is what we have here monthly time frame. You can see that here that this DXY, or let me say dollar, has been bullish. You can see it. This is the movement. It has actually been bullish all this while. Then we can see that there is a very very massive retracement that happened in this zone, and that massive retracement left a break, or may say invalidate this other block. There's another block here, which is this one I marked out here. You can see it clearly. Let me zoom it so that you will see it better. There's another block there. It is very very obvious. You can see it. There's another block in this zone. There's another block here. You can see it. This is it. And that other block, since that other block uh, has been invariated, it has turned to breaker block, and that is actually where this market is at the moment. You can see that the market is at that breaker block, and then also there is a fair value gap. There's a fair value gap in this zone. After that breaker block, we have a fair value gap into this zone. All these things I'm marking out are where the market will possibly react, which means where the market will react to sell a bit to continue what moving up, because trade doesn't move straight forward, it moves ups and down by making higher highs, higher lows, or lower high, lower lows. So we go to 1 week so that we see what is happening in 1 week. So if you come to 1 week, you will notice that there have been a liquidity point here, or let me say as a kind of point where if market break above it and close above it, we will say that this market has automatically changed character. You can see it here. Let me mark it well. If market close above here, now let me label it is our strong high. This is our strong high. If market go close above it, we will know that this market has actually what changed character, because that point broke a structure here. It broke a structure here. You can see it is very very clear and very very obvious. So that was our previous break of structure. So what are we trying to establish? We are trying to establish that there is a tendency that this dollar will keep on being bullish till it sweep above here, or it close above that uh, line I marked strong high. If it close above there, then we'll be looking for a possible retracement to continue that same move, and we will know that the market has actually what changed character. So now that the market is already there, we still see a point like this in 1 week. This other block I mark out, this demand zone, sorry, that demand zone I marked out, it is there already waiting for us to or let me say waiting for market to come down to that so that it will actually buy from there. Then if you go to daily time frame, let's also know what is happening in daily time frame within this zone. We're going to focus on what is happening here, and that thing that is happening here is this. if you look well, we notice that when market entered into our 1 month, this is our let me adjust it. This is our 1 month, that our 1 month breaker block. When market entered this 1 month breaker block, it started showing us some a little bit rejection. But now we saw that this market left a fair value gap here. It left a fair value gap here, and also there's a demand zone here, which the market has what tapped in. You can see that in daily time frame, the market, the structure is still giving us bullishness towards see a short time bearishness anytime soon. From next week or the upper week, we'll be seeing a short time bullish retracement that will support this general uptrend that this DXY has been. So now we have seen this, then we can also acknowledge that we saw this thing here. We saw CRT. So for those that know CRT concept, which is a candlestick length theory. In candlestick length theory, where any candlestick daily or 1 week or 1 month time frame that you saw, the up and down of it are liquidity points. Once market sweep the other one and close inside it, there is also a tendency that the market will also do the same by sweeping the above, which is here. Now you will see that we have established another directional bias, which is this market coming up. We are hoping that once market open next week, we'll be looking forward to see this market moving up to close above this point. Let me label it. Let me just put it dollar sign, show that it is a liquidity point that the market will still take out. Then we also have this previous week high. It is also serving as a draw on liquidity that will draw the market to the zone. You can see it. This is a draw on liquidity. You can see that. Then and we establish that the market is reacting in this demand zone. So we have demand zone here. So we have established our directional bias ahead of next week. If you fail to plan, you actually planning to fail. So we are planning nice that the market is showing us bullish structure. So let's go to 4 hour time frame and also confirm if that is also true. If that is not also true, we're not going to take that. Now, when you come to this 4 hour time frame, you will notice that we have this demand zone. We have this is a demand zone, another block, and that is where the market is reacting. You can see it. This point is where the market is reacting. It is obvious. You can see it. You can see the actual rejection. You can see the rejection. So, and this is that our CRT low, that candlestick length low. We mark that time. So it's a sort of a liquidity sweep. So let's just label that CRT low. So that is our CRT low, candle length theory low. Then this is our high. Let me clear this to label it CRT high, because that is what it is, CRT high. So now the market is moving towards CRT. I can see the buying pressure coming up. Then so let's go straight to 1 week and look for entry and know if the market has presented us with any opportunity to take the trade to the upside down, or look for a proper change of color type, which okay, I believe the market has given us one. Now this is still that our candle range theory. You can see it. This is that our candle range theory. Then let me adjust this well. Let me adjust this well. My network is now actually better, but let's keep on doing it. Then here we saw that there is a demand zone here. It's an unmitigated demand zone. Let me mark it out. It's an unmitigated demand zone with a little fair value gap, or is unmitigated. Let me zoom this clear so that we actually see it better. Then this, let me adjust this too so that you can also get where what I'm saying. This is that our 1 day time frame demand zone with a structure to 4 hour demand zone. You can see the market inside this our 4 hour POI. The thing we should be looking there is actually a confirmation, and the market has given us that confirmation, which is this. This was the last break of structure. This was the last break of structure, and we don't expect the market to close above this high, and the market eventually close above that high. So this is actually a pure change of character in 1 hour. So let's go into 15 minutes time frame. It will be more clearer than ever. So this is that our low. It is very very obvious. This is that our low. This is that our low. Why? This is that our change of character. We marked in 1 hour. This is it. This is that our change of character. So we're going to label it change of character, internal change of character. Then we'll be expecting the market to come into this zone before we position to what? Take a buy with another new confirmation. We're still going to refine it to 15 minutes to see confirm. Sorry, I didn't mean 15 minutes. I mean 5 minutes. We go down to 5 minutes. Once the market come inside here, we go to 5 minutes to see another new change of character within the zone. Once we saw it, we will just take it to this point, because we established that this CRT hedge we actually need to be taken out, and we also established that this previous this previous high need to be taken out as well. Then sorry for the noise, it's my neighbors that are actually disturbing. So but let's proceed to what we have. The knowledge is there, so let's just grab the knowledge and move on. Then so this is what we're expecting to see here. So now we have established that the dollar is about getting strength. So we are still going to follow the market according to whatever the market is telling us. But this is actually what I'm expecting. Once market opens, we'll be looking for uh, a possible confirmation to buy it. So then let's correlate what we have in other pairs like GBP, Euro, GBP, and GBPUSD and Euro USD, because they have actually followed this trend. They actually follow this DXY. Whatever DXY is doing, they will actually what follow it up and do the same. Then let's go to what we have. Let's go to what we have. Let's go. We're not going to be doing top analysis on this. Okay, this is what we established before that. Last week, we established that this market will actually push high into this zone. This is what we established last week, that the market will actually push into this high to sell from there. Then we mark out all these zones as where we look for confirmation to buy, but none of them gave us for confirmation. This one did not give me confirmation. I didn't take it. Then this one, all of them, I just dodged them because I use confirmation to trade. So now we have seen what is happening here. So let's just go straight into establishing new POI we are going to take this week. Then going to daily time frame, let's just see what is happening in daily time frame and know if there is a possible thing we can take from here. In daily time frame is actually giving us a kind of bearish strength, because if you remember, I said that often, that whenever DXY is buying, we're expecting this to sell. So we saw the same CRT in zone, the same CRT we saw in DXY. This is actually the same thing. You can see it actually. So we are looking for this market to sell down into this zone. So going to 4 hour, let's see if there is anything 4 hour is giving us. Then also, I think 4 hour has another important message they want to pass to us, which is this high. This high was swept. this high was swept, and there is another form of CRT range. That high was swept, and this is the low, because that is an indecision candlestick, and you can see how market moved to sweep and enter inside. So possibly we are looking forward that this market will also take this thing out. We also take this thing out. Then if there is if there is a POI within this zone, it might actually take from there. If there is no one, it might actually keep on coming down here, depending on what DXY is doing. So if we go to 1 hour, let's see if we can see a possible POI. Okay, if you come to 1 hour, you can actually see that there is a POI here. There's a valid order block here. You can see valid order block in this zone. Now, in this zone now, you know what we are doing now. We are trading inside the range. This is a range. If you can clearly see it, so it's actually risky to trade inside range. It is actually risky to trade inside the range, and you can see that this is that our CRT high. This is actually that our CRT high, and we adjusted to the that 4 hours CRT high. Then this is that our daily CRT low. You can see that the market is just reacting within this range. So we're expecting to see, if we see any sell setup here, we can take a sell down into this zone. Then if market come to this demand zone that is inside the range, which we need to be very well cautious. We don't take aggressive entry inside this zone. So if market come inside this zone, the best we can do is to actually look for confirmation. If we see a better confirmation, we take the market up. If you see a good confirmation, we take the market up. But if we didn't see a good confirmation, we are going to ignore the trade and avoid the trade. Then nothing much for this. We will actually stay patient and wait the market to come inside this zone. And I can also see that this zone was actually a strong uh, low, because it swept a liquidity. It swept a liquidity here, and you can see that sweep of liquidity. Let me label it with X, and it broke a structure in this zone. You can see a break of structure in this zone. So we'll be actually be looking to take a buy from there, but with only confirmation. If we didn't see the change of character in this zone, we are not taking this trade. We will just leave it because of this CRT low that we have here. Let me label it so that you will not actually say that you don't know that there is CRT low here. That daily CRT low might attract market to close below here. So we'll be looking forward to see confirmation here. If we didn't see, we're not taking the trade. So I think let me check something in a dollar index. Sorry, pounds index. This is pounds, British pounds currency index. Whatever this one is doing will also affect what is happening here. And for here, I think I established that there is a point that this market might react in this zone. So if this market react in this zone, start buying up. That means with this if it is buying up, and this DXY is selling. This DXY sell, we will be possibly seeing this GBPUSD buying massively. So, but we are not going to establish our trading decision on assumption. Rather, we follow what is actually happening in the market. Whatever the market is telling us, that's actually what we are going to do. So we have seen my view and my insight in this, but we are going to trade it with caution. We're not going to trade any aggressive entry in that zone till we see confirmation in 5 minutes. So let's just check also Euro USD and see what Euro USD is doing. If Euro USD is giving us a sell or buy structure, we also know. Then here, I think Let me go to one day and see what is actually happening there, a higher and a high time overview. Then we once establish that this is a strong high, but let me let me clear these things. Okay, we still see the same CRT in this zone. This market is showing that it's selling. So we're not going to go against the trend, the actual, because the whole general overview of this trade is that is in a downtrend. So we're not going to go against the trend. If we want to make money, we are not going to go against the trend. We are going to follow the trend. Whatever the trend is saying, we are going to follow them, because if you go against them, you will sacrifice your own capital into the market. So we are seeing the market reacting from this zone, and we still also see a point here. We see a demand zone here that might possibly push this market down, and that demand zone is forming equal lows. This is actually an equal low liquidity, so you see it is risky, and also this zone is still that CRT low. This zone is still CRT low, so it's actually risk to take a buy in this zone. So the best thing we can do is to refine and look for a little sell opportunity into this demand zone. So for here, if you peradventure we see markets coming to these zones, we actually take a possible sell from this zone, take a possible short sell, not a long one, for us not to miss the trade just here, while our stop loss will be on top of here. Then we look forward selling down to this, which is actually pretty 50 pips. So this is actually what my own take is on this Euro USD. So once we see something like this, I'm going to take this short sell. We're not going to be greedy by targeting everlasting. We just target the next valid POI, because that POI is a bit valid because it broke a structure here. You can see it. There's a break of structure in this zone, and actually it swept liquidity within here. It swept liquidity before it moved up. So let's also check Euro USD. Sorry, let's check USDJPY. For USDJPY, we actually, I think I analyzed that. Let me see. Okay, let's just do flex analysis on that, because I analyzed that on Thursday last week. I see where the market is actually moving to. Then if you can see that this market is showing us that there is an exhaustion in this zone. There's exhaustion in this zone. So we'll be actually looking for a potential sell or buy depending on what DXY and the JXY is doing. So let's first of all check what DXY is showing us that is about to buy again, and also showing us that it has actually is actually, the bullishness is actually exhausting small. But let's just actually check what JXY is saying. JXY is Japanese yen index, Japanese yen currency index. Whatever this one is also saying has something to tell us. I think the market is. Let me check one day first. And know if the economy is coming up small. If the economy is not coming up small, that means we are not actually going to see sell on that USD JPY. But actually, we can see that um, there is something that happened here. This is a sweep and close inside this zone. So this is actually a CRT candlestick, and it signifies that potential buy is coming. And here we can see this sell, the market sweep keep on what buying. So we'll be probably looking for more buy. Let's go down to uh, Fawa and see if there is some certain things. Okay, we can see that there is a break of structure here, and since after that break of structure, let me label it break of structure. After that break of structure, market is meant to sell here. Market is meant to sell here, and the market sold down to here. And let's go to 1 hour so that this will be clear now. So okay, then if you see this 1 hour time frame chart, you will actually understand that after this break of structure is like a liquidity sweep, because there was another block here. This is another block. This black candlestick is another block candlestick. You can see it, and the market is actually reacting heavily in it. And I believe the market has actually give us a change of character. This zone, this is a change of character, internal change of character, because this point was that point that actually let me label it well. This is actually that point that caused this break of structure. So now this is X. Label this X. Then this is our change of character. This is our change of character. You can see that. So, and you can see that the market is also reacting within this zone. Going to 15 minutes time frame. Let's see if it will be more clearer in that zone. Okay. If you come to this um, time frame, 15 minutes time frame, you will actually see that the market, um, the market sweep liquidity, change character in this zone, and the market is has turned and is buying. It's buying small, small. The push has not been strong. I know maybe any any news release that that involves this Japanese yen, we actually make this Japanese yen to buy, and you see the reaction. You can see the buying up. So we are looking forward that this, if this is going to buy, that if this is going to buy, and this DXY is going to sell, we are looking forward to see that USDJPY is selling. So let's go to USDJPY and establish if it is going to sell this week or not. So coming to here, okay, this was my analysis last week. I think let me use this to explain it. This is my analysis last week, which I saw that the market actually, let me zoom this proper so you can actually see it better. I saw that this market reacted from this other block. There's another block. It just took a sweep to take some liquidity of those that set their stop loss at this line I marked X, because this was a pure surprise zone, but the market intentionally took out people above there to sell. And after the market took that, it gave us a proper change of character and a liquidity. So you can see I positioned here, and it seems like these people want to leave me. You can see it. It seems like they actually want to leave me, but no matter what, I will still enter somewhere. It seems like they have actually left me. They didn't pick me. But let me go to 15 minutes time frame and know if they have actually left me or are they playing with me. But we are looking to sell from this zone. You can see that zone. We're actually looking to sell from there. So we might still see a tap into that. Let me go to 5 minutes and check. Okay. Probably they might actually still pick me from here. So you see where I position to sell from. I position to sell from this zone. Where is your uh, where is our take profit going to be? Our take profit is not going to be at endless zone, at an endless zone. You can see we have a major change of credit market, because this was the last break of structure we had, and this was the retracement. So if peradventure we see market uh, coming down, this should be the first point. This should be our first take profit. Why this internal range liquidity will be our second. Why this demand zone will be our last break of structure. But you knew that I said DXY is going to be weak, is going to be a bit strong. So we still need to be cautious about this. If market enter inside this zone and we didn't see a clear, proper change of character in 5 minutes, we are not going to take this trade. What did I mean? Let me show you what I'm expecting to see. If I see it, I will know that actually I'm going to sell USD JPY. If I didn't see that, I will not actually take it. And that thing is this. This was actually our last break of structure. You can see it's very, very clear. So market is actually meant to retest inside this zone to buy up again. So, but the market did not give us that. It did not give us that. And up here, it is just sweeping liquidity. But actually, if I see market close below here, below here, I'm looking to say that the market has actually reversed to keep on going down. So I will actually type let me this place change in state of delivery. So I'll be actually taking see looking for this market to either move up, tap, but I will actually like it to tap into here, then come down. Once it go down below here, I will actually another take another entry here down. I don't know if you get it now. So we see how you use confirmational entry to establish your trade. So that is all for this USD JPY. So let's go straight um to USD CHF and know if that one is selling or if it will actually buy. So let's establish our bias on this particular pair. So here we have something that look like a sell, but I don't actually think that this will be a sell because of what we saw in a DXY. So in DXY, we once established that there is a CRT candle range theory, and then we are seeing similar thing here. We're actually seeing similar thing. If I zoom it, we're actually seeing the same similar structure in this zone. You can see CRT low here. You can see it on the market closing inside it. So we'll be looking forward. Sorry, let me remark it. We see the CRT in this zone. Wait, my network was not actually fine. Okay, this is what we have here. This is what we have here. So we actually be looking for a POI within this zone. If we see a very POI here, we might actually look forward taking the trend. So let's go to 4 hour. I know if 4 hour is telling us, giving us some proper stuffs, but the only thing that is getting me to doubt if this market is going to buy is because I'm not seeing a point where this market is reacting from. I'm not seeing, I'm not actually seeing. You can see all this thing, there's no valid POI that the market is reacting from. So I'm still skeptical about taking a buy here, even if I will take buy from because this is giving me a bullish trend feelings. So if I will actually take a buy, I might not hold it long. And also I'm seeing market reacting in this other block. So all these things is making me to have double mind on. Let's see 1 hour first and know what 1 hour is telling us. In 1 hour we have a POI here. We have another block in this zone. So market might actually try to react on it and sell. So and there's another valid other block above here. There's another valid other block above here. So What we are going to do is to actually let me check 15 minutes. This is our 15 minutes time frame. This is our 15 minutes time frame. So in this our 15 minutes time frame, we saw that the markets take a liquidity sweep here, then to break the structure here, and they give us this as a retracement to give us this. So probably the markets might actually be either buying or selling here, but everything depends on what the XY is telling us. So we actually, I'm not going to take a sell here. I'm not going to take a sell here for the reason that there was still a liquidity here and PUI, so I'm not going to take this because this will look like an inducement. But if markets come up here, because we established that DXY is going to buy, so if market peradventure manage to come up here, I will be looking forward to take a sell in this zone. I'm looking forward to take a sell at this zone because that zone actually swept liquidity before breaking structure. So I'll be looking to take a sell from this zone, targeting this low. This is actually what I'm actually looking forward to see. Then let us go straight to the gold and see if gold is giving us any any anything at all. Then if you go to gold, I think I have analyzed this before. Let me check what we have here. Okay, let me clear everything. Let's do fresh analysis on this gold. So on this gold in 1 week time frame, you can actually see that this market has been in downtrend, trying to retest. It has taken out many lows, and peradventure, it has actually taken out this particular low, and it closed inside it to give us 1 week CRT and also a hammer. So it's actually telling us that there is a bullish momentum coming. So we'll be looking forward to see the gold buying. So if gold buy, because see this is the break of structure, and this is the actual last break of structure, and this was the strong high, and that strong high indeed look like an inducement to me. It look like inducement because there's a valid POI, which is a daily order block that is above it. So I think I'm establishing that this market might actually come up here and what sell. So we are going to use this information. The market is retesting into this zone to sweep this liquidity. I'm not going to take any POIC here because it's looking like a liquidity to me. So let's go to 4 hours and know if there is other informations it is giving us. The the actual supply is still there. So we'll be looking forward if market will ever retest inside this zone. We will take another buy in this zone. So let's go to 1 week. Sorry, I mean 1 hour. So in 1 hour, you can see that the market is moving somehow. It's already left investors order flow. It's already possible buying zone. I'm seeing this order flow. So if markets come into this zone, we will look towards take a buy with confirmation. Once we see change of character in 15 minutes time frame, we will actually take a buy in this zone. This actually buy zone. This is a buy zone. So and we establish that there is a change of character inside this zone, or let me say a break of structure as well. Change of character and the break of structure are the same. You can call them the same thing because any change of character is actually a break of structure. So we have this, and we have the market testing into this other block, buying from this actual other block. So this is what my take on gold. We will look for a retracement if we see, and where should be our possible take profits, and our possible take profits should be this internal range liquidity. This is an internal range. This is an internal range liquidity, or you can also call it buy side liquidity, but I used to call it internal range because it's the liquidity found inside a trading range. We have a trading range here, but that trading range in daily time frame is giving us that this thing we called inducement is actually looking like a strong high. It's actually looking like a strong high in this 1 week time frame, but we are not going to actually take uh, any aggressive entry in this zone, because even though that it has a surprise zone and also a valid order block, we are not still, me personally is not going to take any uh, aggressive entry in that zone, because I'm not an aggressive entry trader. I always like to take my trade with confirmation all the time. So this is a surprise zone. It is very, very clear. So this is a surprise zone. Now this is the surprise zone. You can see it is very, very clear. It is very, very clear. Now that it's very, very clear, we are hoping to see a buy to up to here. I'm hoping to see a buy. If we cut any buy in this zone, we are going to hold it till we reach to this zone. That is a massive uh, profit, massive trade, close to 33,000 pips. So we are going to be very, very patient in this trade. Very, very patient. We are not going to because this was our last break of structure. You can actually see it that this was the last break of structure. It is very, very obvious. It is very, very obvious. And whenever market breaks structure, it do retest. Once it retests, it's either retesting to the supply zone or retesting at least 50%, which may be this point, because I'm seeing another point that look like a internal point of interest, but there are liquidity above it, so it's not going to hold. This thing is not going to hold. So because of the liquidity that is less than above it, market will just sweep everything inside here and move up to this zone. Then I think that is all. That is all for this weekend. I wish you a very, very profitable week ahead. Always take trade with confirmation. Don't trade aggressively. Just take trade with confirmation. I wish you a very, very profitable week ahead. See you next weekend. If you have not actually subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. Then also turn your notification button, share to your friends, your relative that you know that they are interested in learning. If you have been following my analysis every weekend, you will actually understand how to do a top-down analysis and how I personally do my own top-down analysis. You can actually learn a very, very, very massive and wonderful concept in analysis that applies both in forex and crypto analysis. See you next weekend.